I hope that this doesn't. I forgot I was going to do it that. Oh well. I'm going to go over something and give you more time to do it at your desks because I forgot something. I hope that this doesn't come as a complete surprise to you. If it does, it means you have not been paying attention, and I'm sorry for the stress and the confusion I'm about to put you in. Okay? But tomorrow, you will be redrafting. So what does that mean? That means you'll be looking through all the work and revision you've done so far and writing a second draft. So looking through your work, it looks like some of you thought this was a draft you were working on. That's not a draft. This is revision. Remember, you're going to do some of it, you're going to change a lot of it as you rewrite. Okay, so tomorrow you're going to get 5 new pieces of paper and you're going to start redrafting. So today is preparing ourselves for that. Now I'm going to show really quick what process we're going to use in a little bit when you go back to your desk. Okay, because I forgot this. You're going to get 3 different colors, and this is going to help you out. Okay, you're going to go through your draft, and you're going to highlight anywhere you put your own thoughts down. Okay, so like for me, when I did this, I found one section where I don't have any thoughts down. So I need to fix that today or when I write my draft. Another color, you're going to highlight where you've written about geography. Where have you talked about places, distances, things like that. And then you're going to highlight all the places you've talked about cause and effect, or timeline. This event caused this event to happen. Now, as you go through this, if you can't find any spots, you know what to do. Right? You know what the expectations, because all of your drafts need to have this information in it. Okay? All right. So these are the couple questions that we're going to think about. What does it mean to tie up loose ends before we start redrafting? What does that mean? To tie up loose ends. And what is a quick process you can use to add ideas to your notes for your redraft? So those are the 2 things I'm going to go over. Draw lines around things or circles so I know what you're writing down. I check it later. And if you're not writing down notes, you're going to have to do it at home. Which again, if you don't feel like doing it, totally within your right as a student. You just need to do it later. That's a choice that you are free to make. All right, so we're going to move on. So, the very first thing that I need to do is I need to go through my draft and see, are there any unanswered questions? Is there something that I was supposed to do and supposed to find out that I didn't? That's one thing I need to check on. To tie up my loose ends, which, by the way, I looked up. I'm like, where does this expression come from? So tying up loose ends comes from the idea of sailors, people going off for a voyage. So they would have all these, they would need to leave the pier, and there was all these kind of ropes tied, and so they would have to make sure that all the loose ends of the ropes were put in place so they didn't jump over and hurt themselves. So tying up a loose end means like you're getting ready to do something. Okay? And making sure that you're ready. All right. The next thing that you need to do is you need to look through and see, are there any paragraphs that need some support? Are there any areas that you didn't really work on? This is kind of where the idea of highlighting comes in. You'll notice, like I did, I don't have thinking yet in this paragraph when it comes to my subsection on Indigenous people. I still haven't added thoughts yet. I need support there. I need to do that. Okay, so first, do I have any unanswered questions? Second, are there any areas that I need support on? And then third, you need to think about resources. What do I need in order to have support? What do I need in order to answer my questions? So for example, for support, that might be a friend, that might be a classmate, that might be me, that might be Haley's writing about the Pony Express. Those are all resources to help you write better. to find information from unanswered questions, you're going to want to do this. Does anyone remember what my question was about Christopher Columbus? Where did he take off from? So I still haven't found that, but I have a note down, so I need to find it. So what do? I quickly go to Classroom. I click on the part where it says Christopher Columbus, and that opens me up to this. Am I going to read the whole thing? No. I'm going to quickly skim it. I see it says first voyage. I don't need to read everything else. So now I'm going to say, hopefully it says something. It doesn't. Man, so now, that's a bummer. Okay, so now I have to Google it. Where did Christopher, set sail? Spain, just Spain? And now I'm going to go port. Palos de la Frontera. There you go. So now I have that information. All right. Did I spend too much time doing that? No. Okay, you're going to want to skim and see if you can find the information. I assumed it was going to be in that article, and it wasn't. So then I had to do some quick Googling. All right. So then I'm going to add that to my notes. So I skimmed. Okay. And then, I skimmed, I found the information, and then I added it to my notes. Okay, so now this is what you're going to do. We're going to skip this part right now because you're going to do this back at your desk to get yourself ready. So we are going to do this.
Ring the
Cello. It's a bigger one. Cello. So it's one guy playing the cello. Yo-yo ma. Incredible. Nice. All right. So hopefully you got this idea of tying up loose ends by going and thinking about your unanswered questions, what areas need support, and if you need to find a resource. And then how do you do that quickly? You skim, you find, and then you add notes. Okay. All right. So this is not optional. Okay, when I look through your drafts tomorrow, because you're going to turn in this draft, actually, you have 2 days to finish the draft, the new draft. So when you turn in this draft and then your new draft, I will be looking through here, making sure that you highlighted things when it came to your thinking, if you've done geography, and if you've done cause and effect. Okay? I might actually probably look at that today. Never mind, I take that back. I'm going to look at this today by the end of the day. You need to have answers like those things that are highlighted. I would definitely make sure you have those words, since that was the whole point of the lesson. Alright, so I'm going to move this back. begin. So at 2 o'clock, I'm going to be looking at your mini lesson and this. Did you do this work today? Okay, preparing yourself for the redraft tomorrow. Any questions? I'm going to leave this up. You know that you need to look at your questions and which areas need support and resources. And you also need to be highlighting this. Got it? Cool. Up short. Huh? Here, hold on.